thief, in the heart of the mighty savannah, where golden grass danced beneath the sun and distant mountains glowed like ancient guardians. There lived a lion whose name echoed across the land, Arrow. But Arrow was not like the other lions of the pride. He wasn't the biggest. He wasn't the strongest. And he didn't have the loudest roar. What he did have was something far rarer, something powerful enough to change destinies. He had a heart so brave, so loyal, that even the fiercest storms could not shake it. But no one knew that yet. In fact, at the start of this story, many doubted him. And some even called him the weakest lion ever born in the Pride Lands. But they were wrong. Very wrong. They just hadn't seen the moment that would reveal the true strength of Arrow's heart. One peaceful morning, Arrow rose early, stretching his paws as sunlight spilled over Pride Rock. While the other lions prepared for their usual routines, Arrow wandered to the edge of the cliff, watching herds move gracefully across the plains. He loved the land deeply. He loved every animal in it, even the small creatures that others ignored. But the rest of the pride didn't understand that. They didn't understand why Arrow spent hours helping tiny birds repair their nests, or why he rescued tortoises stuck upside down, or why he guided lost antelope calves back to their mothers. Lions shouldn't waste time on smaller creatures. Some lionesses whispered he should be hunting, training, doing real lion things. Arrow only smiled softly at their words. He wasn't born to impress them. He was born to protect. But fate had been waiting patiently for the day when Arrow's heart would be tested for all to see. It happened on an afternoon when the savannah shimmered under the blazing sun. A strange rumble echoed in the distance, a deep vibration that made birds scatter from the trees and herds stop in their tracks. Arrow lifted his head, alert. The rumble grew louder, shaking the ground beneath his paws. Suddenly, from the northern ridge, a massive shadow emerged. Huge, fast, unstoppable, a stampede. Hundreds of buffalo were thundering across the plains, confused and terrified. Something had startled them, something big. As they charged forward, Arrow spotted something horrifying. 3 lion cubs trapped near a narrow gorge, too small to escape, too frightened to move. The adults were on the far side of the savannah, too far away to help in time. Arrow didn't think. He didn't hesitate. His heart took over. He sprinted across the grass, ignoring the ground trembling beneath him. The stampede roared like a storm behind him, growing closer every second. The cubs cried out, clinging to each other as dust rose around them. Arrow! Help! He pushed harder. His legs burned. His chest ached. But he didn't stop. He couldn't let fear slow him down. Thief. In one giant leap, he reached the cubs and placed himself between them and the charging herd. The buffalo were almost upon him. Their hooves pounded like thunder. Their horns glinted dangerously in the sunlight. One wrong move, and all 4 lions would be crushed. Arrow lowered his body protectively around the cubs. "Close your eyes," he whispered. "Stay behind me." 2. He didn't know what he would do next. All he knew was that he wouldn't let anything hurt them. And then he roared. Not a roar of fear. Not a roar of anger, a roar from the heart. A roar filled with courage, loyalty, and love. The sound split the air like lightning. The front line of buffalo hesitated, startled by the power of his voice. That hesitation was enough. Just enough for Arrow to leap onto a rock, guiding the cubs with him. The stampede thundered past below them, shaking the rock, but leaving them unharmed. When the dust finally settled, Arrow looked at the cubs. "Are you all safe?" They nodded with wide eyes. "You saved us," one cried. "You're the bravest lion ever." But Arrow simply smiled. Anyone with a strong heart would have done the same. They knew that wasn't true. No one else had run toward a danger. No one else had risked everything. Only Arrow. As the pride arrived, the scene shocked them. Disorder-destroyed path, the deep hoofprints, the dust clouds still hanging in the air. An Arrow standing protectively in front of the cubs. He saved them, a lioness whispered. He faced a stampede alone. For the first time, the pride saw Arrow not as the quiet lion with gentle way, but as a hero one whose bravery came not from strength, but from love. That night, the sky glittered brightly, and the pride gathered around Arrow. But the day's events had only been the beginning. For the next morning brought new danger that threatened not just a few lions, but the entire Pride Lands. A pack of rogue hyenas, stronger and more cunning than any before, had moved into the Western Territory. They hunted recklessly, attacked herds without mercy, and even challenged other predators. Fear spread like wildfire. Many animals fled, praying for safety. The Pride held an emergency meeting. "We must confront them," the lead lioness said. "But how?" another asked. "They outnumber us. They are fast and vicious." All eyes turned to Arrow, not because they believed he had a plan, but because they knew he had something no one else did, a heart that never backed down. "Arrow," the lead lioness said, "will you guide us?" Arrow took a deep breath. His heart beat steadily, calmly. "We cannot defeat them with fear," he said, "but we can defeat them with unity. Every animal in the Pride Lands fears them alone, but together, we are stronger." His words spread across the gathering like a warm flame. That evening, Arrow visited herds, burrows, and nests. He spoke to zebras, elephants, baboons, wildebeests, and even the smallest meerkats. And slowly, something incredible happened. The animals agreed to stand together. They would not allow the rogue hyenas to take their home. The next day, when the hyena pack approached the riverbank, ready to attack a herd of zebra, something unexpected blocked their path. First, the lionesses emerged strong and fierce. Then, elephants formed a wall behind them, trunks raised high. Zebras and wildebeests stood together, stamping their hooves. Birds circled above, letting out warning calls. And at the very front stood ARO.com/steady. "Determined, Lever lands," he said firmly. The hyenas laughed, baring their sharp teeth. "Or what? You think you can fight us?" Arrow stepped forward. "Not alone. But none of us are alone today." A silence fell. For the first time, the hyenas felt something they had never felt before. Fear, not of the lions, not of the elephants, but of unity. Arrow didn't roar. He didn't threaten. He simply stood tall, his heart blazing with courage. And that courage spread through every animal behind him. The hyena leader snarled. "This isn't over." "It is," Arrow replied softly, "if you choose peace instead of fear." Something shifted in the hyenas' eased confusion, frustration, and perhaps even respect. Slowly, step by step, the pack retreated into the shadows, leaving the Pride Lands. A roar of triumph rose from the animals. But Arrow didn't celebrate. He only watched them leave, making sure peace truly returned. The savannah exhaled in relief. Arrow had not defended the Pride with claws or battle. He defended them with unity, with a heart strong enough to bring everyone together. Days passed, and the land flourished again. New grass sprouted. Herons returned to the rivers. Herds grazed peacefully without fear. Arrow walked through the plains, welcomed everywhere he went. Birds perched on his back. Antelope calves followed him curiously. Even the elephants bowed their heads with respect. The Pride now understood him fully. He wasn't just brave. He wasn't just loyal. He was a protector unlike any other. Not a king, not a warrior, a heart. One evening, Oro sat on Pride Rock, watching a breathtaking sunset fill the sky with gold, pink, and fire-red hues. A young cub approached him timidly. "Oro, how did you become so brave?" Oro smiled. "Bravery doesn't come from muscles," he said. "It comes from caring. When you care deeply about your pride, your land, your friends, you don't think about fear. You think about protecting them." The cub blinked. "Even if I'm small, even if you're tiny," Oro said warmly. "A lion's heart is measured not by its size, but by its loyalty." The cub nodded, feeling a spark of courage ignite inside him. And Oro knew that spark would grow like his did. As the stars appeared one by one, Oro looked over the Pride Lands with quiet pride. He had faced storms, flames, stampedes, and danger. But his greatest strength was never his roar. It was his heart. And because of that heart, the Pride Lands lived in peace, unity, and hope. The legend of the lion with the golden heart. The lion who protected the pride would be told for generations, reminding everyone that true bravery lives not in the body, but in the soul.